Hey, this is Birgit Haugen with
CHIMAIRA. And you're watching Superscum.com.
We're here in Denver, the first headlining tour since the release of the new album with CHIMAIRA. Tour been going on roughly a week now.
Yep.
How has it been going so far?
It's been a lot of fun. Cool being out here, playing the new tunes, jamming with the new fellas. Everybody that's coming out seems to be enjoying it. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
How do the fans react to the new material?
They seem to love it. And we actually tried something different this time. Every band out there, including us, you go out for like a month before your record comes out, build up the hype, that sort of thing. But we were like, you know what, let's wait 2 months until after the album comes out, let people get familiar with the material, and then go play those songs. And that's what we've done. And we're doing 6 new ones a night, which is unheard of, but there haven't been any complaints, and everybody's singing all the lyrics and everything, so it worked.
Now the new guys. Since Mark and Rob did record the album without you guys, how long did it take you to get familiar with the material?
Still getting familiar with it.
We're gonna have the camera on John C all night tonight.
No. I mean, honestly though, it's just a work in progress. You're constantly learning and new things and learning new ways to, for me personally, like different vocals and different ways to approach backups, especially during choruses, and different ways to cut up samples, that are easier to play out in a set, so like it's just a work in progress.
Yeah, for me, man, it was a whole different approach than I'm used to. Obviously, playing different material that's not mine in the first place, but the tempo was a little bit different comparatively to a lot of the older stuff. Just more like groove pocket, I think. A lot of it was more just like catchier, bigger tunes. You know what I mean? For me, that was unorthodox compared to like the constant shredding of the older stuff. You know what I mean? And but I definitely had fun. Ben recorded the record, whatnot, and he's got a little bit of different style than Andal, so that was a bit of a treat too for me. It was a lot of rewinding, like, what is he doing right there? You know what I mean? Like, but no, it was fun. It was cool. It tested me as a drummer, and it's definitely one of those things that it makes you improve as a drummer or a musician in general. And I enjoyed it. I mean, definitely took me a moment to get it down, but I aim to please, so I came prepared. Yeah.
So how long did Rob and Mark, how much time did they give you guys to learn the stuff before you were thrown in front of the wolves?
I mean,
yeah, I guess
4 months, 5 months?
March. No, when do we play? April, May, something like that, right?
That was our first little tour.
Yeah, so like 2 months. Typically,
Was
right?
it?
Yeah, because we did that little tour. Well, for me, it was at least like March, I think it was. But I think you were already.
I only got the material like right in May, if I remember, like
that's
right
what I'm
after we
saying, so it
did
wasn't-
that little run. You know what I mean? That's when I got the little unreleased,
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause it
unmixed
wasn't-
version to
Anyways, it was a decent amount of time. Not like
Yeah,
we're
it
showing
was a
up
good
in a
amount
week.
of time.
All
Yeah.
this, exactly. So.
Now, I want to say, starting with the Infection, your music was more groovier, more deeper, more soulful, for better lack of words. Did you guys have material left over from that recording that you used for The Age of Hell?
No, definitely not. I don't think we've ever. Well, I don't know if we've ever taken material from a previous recording session or any writing session or anything and used it. because we're always just in a different headspace. It's 2 years later, you're into different things at that time, have a different mindset, listening to different CDs on your drive, things like that. So whenever we get together and write music, it's for that time period right then. Even like if we would have started again 1 month after the recording of Age of Hell, it would have been another new batch of tunes and everything like that. We just prepare and get in that mode and do that, and then get out of it and hit the road.
And speaking of the album title, The Age of Hell, apparently it is the state of our world these days, or is it also the state of Chimaira?
I would say both. I don't really know the absolute answer to that. I would just say, yeah, that's what I thought. And it's the same thing. I think so. That at first he wanted to sum up what's happening in the world these days, and then really it just bled into over. It's exactly what's happening with Chimaira.
The decision on just you, Mark, and then Ben Schiegel,
Yep,
recording it. In your opinion, did that prove to be a good decision, or would you have done it different in hindsight?
No, I wouldn't have done anything differently, but we were also just taking every day as it came. We had to make the decision of, did we want to write the new record in the traditional way that we always have, or did we want to infuse new members right away? What might happen? It might be great. It might not be. You don't know. We just decided to just not take a risk of any type, and just do it the way we knew how to do it. And Ben, we all went to high school together and have been playing with him for all these years. He's been recording with us all these years. He's like a seventh member. He knows us so well, and a phenomenal drummer. And so nothing against Austin or any of these guys. We were like, we have been here. We know it's gonna be right. And then also, not that we even thought of it as a trial period, but this album cycle would be, in a sense, a trial period for these guys to know when we go into the next record. I bet we'll be like, we're glad we made that decision, and getting them into the mix, just getting in the vibe. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Video, Year of the Snake. This was the first time that you guys got introduced, and is that the reason why you made kind of an old school video with just the band playing instead of a storyline with whatnot ever there to introduce the new members?
Perhaps. I really don't know the answer to that. That video shoot was kind of, for me personally, I just showed up, didn't really even know what was going to be happening, but Todd Bell, the director, described it in a way that he wanted to see the musicians, and I guess there was all that slow motion so you could see everything that's really happening, where I think at the time he thought a lot of these videos, there's just so much happening, and you don't really get to see fingers right on the fretboard doing it in slow motion, stuff like that. And I think that was his mindset for the whole thing.
How about you guys on the video? It was fun making it, or you just played, or?
Yeah, absolutely, it was great.
Yeah.
My neck never hurt more. I mean,
Yeah.
I think to shoot a 3-minute video, it took 18 hours. I think.
Yeah.
Because it's slow mo, and the camera could only capture 15 seconds at a time. So.
All those takes, man. It was
Goodness.
like a day-long show, because you're giving it your all, and just to go back and see, I mean, the amazing quality. I've never been a part of something like that ever, but to just see, to feel like so intense the whole time, and then just see it in slow mo. It's just like, I want to see what I looked like going just insane. You know what I mean? But no, it was. I've never. I mean, I thought it was a cool approach by Todd.
Definitely.
Because a lot of the new videos are just in real time, and storyline and whatnot. But I thought it was a smart move in general, because getting used to our faces, all that is super personal. So,
Sean, you are or were a member of Death?
I'm currently still a member of Doth, but just on a hiatus at the moment, and I enjoy.
Hide the beard.
and getting to join and do this, just right time, right place. Doth is on hiatus, and everyone kind of is doing stuff, and Kevin Talley is also doing 6 Feet Under with Rob and Matt. So it just seemed to work out, and there'll be a time when it'll come back, and it'll be a great album. But you know, all those people that were like, "Why aren't you touring?" It's like, well, where the fuck were you when we were touring?
Yeah. If the demand comes back, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what we're all hoping, because naturally, you know, that's his baby, Doth, you know, Bleed the Sky. I'd love to give that a stab at that again, just because it's like, you know, it's your shit, your beginnings, you know what I mean? Like,
put all that time.
I know neither of us
touring and slaving in a van.
Yeah, you just see
see
how
dwindle,
things are
yeah.
and experience what to do and what not to do. You definitely learn a lot, you know what I mean? And then you get put in a situation like this where you see a successful band that we're a part of now, and we see why. You know what I mean? We see all the things that it's taken for them to get to this point, you know?
Run like pros.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Tours. You guys toured with big names over all of those years. And what would be your perfect lineup? A, headlining, B, as a support band?
A, headlining would be us with Metallica's direct support, and a support
Something realistic.
and a support tour would be Metallica headlining with us as direct support.
So you guys never toured with Metallica then, I assume?
Done shows with them, but not a tour.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
at festivals and stuff.
That's the.
Well, Lamb of God did. I remember thinking to myself, good, that opened a door, another possibility. You know,
The saying in the business is nobody gets Metallica.
You guys also have been added to the Testament Anthrax Death Angel gig at the Warfield in San Francisco.
Yep.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I just heard about it. Hey, you guys are Hey, you guys are on the show. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah.
Really? That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And since you are from Cleveland, have you ever been on the stage like at the House of Blues and screamed, "Hello, Cleveland"?
Mark maybe has jokingly. I never have. I never talk into the mic. This is the only time that I ever talk into microphones. But yeah, people say it from the crowd too. I hear it. You know.
Wild Thing. What made you guys decide on covering Wild Things? Because of the Charlie Sheen?
Sitting in the studio, there was all that stuff going on about him, and Mark was following that stuff religiously, and he's just like, "Hey, we're here in a studio right now. Why don't we just do something for some hype right now?" And so in like an hour, we did that, and we're big Major League fans too, and everything. So yeah, there you go, the Tribe. So it was just like, let's just try it. We're here in a studio, let's do it. And so we just made the song and put it up that night, and it was pretty cool, to be able to do that with technology. You know?
CHIMAIRA Christmas this year in its 12th year.
Yep.
How did that whole thing start?
There was a cool club in Cleveland that isn't there anymore called the Odeon, and we started doing a lot of shows there early on. And one year we did it like a couple days before or after Christmas, and then it just so happened we did it again the next year at the same place, a couple days right before after Christmas, and then we're like, let's do it a third year. And so by then it was like, all right, well, this is becoming a tradition, and more people are coming out every year, and we named it, the CHIMAIRA Christmas. Having a name on an event like that almost makes it an event then. 12 years coming up here.
You said Mark is following all that stuff, and of course, that question is gonna come with his Twitter rant, a while back with Spotify, and where you actually got Brian to comment on it too. A lot of fans are really not aware what it takes these days for a band that is not Metallica to make it on the road. And did it help when he kind of explained how it really goes with the money? Are people only buying 13 beers and maybe a shirt and a CD at the merch table at shows now?
13 beers.
Oh, because of that, are people buying a couple less beers to get a CD and a shirt now? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, the merchandise sales have been cool. They've been what we've expected, so that's good. And a lot of time you base it on per head counts and things like that, and whether there's a small amount of people there or a big amount of people there, you can base how well your merchandise did regardless, based on a price per head. But I never thought of it that way, if that would have had some effect, but I'm sure maybe there was a couple kids that said, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice and not get that last beer and maybe get a shirt, perhaps.
You guys brought out an album every other year. Can we expect that to continue?
Probably. It seems, just based on the success after each album, It just seems like it's the right time to get back into the studio after about a year and a half on the road, you know. So it's just worked out that way.
After this tour, what's next?
Then another States tour with Unearth, coming back around Colorado Springs area in early December, and then overseas stuff planned for next year.
You guys do Soundwave in Australia, right?
Yep.
Have you guys ever been to Australia?
No. Stupid excited.
I'm ready.
I'm
fucking ready.
Yeah.
I mean, can you say anything else? I'm fucking ready.
Yeah.
All the bands, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy lineup.
Dream lineup, like
I know,
any band you would have, bands I never would have thought I would
Grew
be
up
playing with,
listening
and
to,
then
or,
other
you know,
even more weird bands.
some of
that
the
I never
greatest
thought I would
bands
play
from
with.
like this decade, you know, or the past
Hole.
20 years, you know, even.
Hole.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Hole.
There's a lot of like, it's
Crazy.
definitely a crazy festival. Just looking at the names, I'm like,
I'm
whoa,
ready.
it's all over the place. It's cool.
Any last words to your fans?
We love you,
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
thanks for
Everything. Thanks
everything,
for being
yeah.
So willing and accepting.
being accepting, and
So they haven't booed you off the stage yet? No.
nah, everybody's been super cool. We're big on just hanging out with the fans after the show, just being down to earth dudes. You know what I mean?
Come
We
see
don't get to
what's
do
up.
this without them. Basically, that's what it boils down to.
Cool.
So thank y'all, and thank you.
Yep. Thanks to all the fans, and please tell somebody about us that doesn't already know about us.
Shred.
Exactly.
Once a week.
Shred.
Once a week.
Yeah. Shred. Yeah.
Can't forget shred.
Eat your shredded wheat.
Shredded
once a
wheat.
week.
Shred's the new word around the bus. you
Because
know?
we shred so.
Go.